Can we move ahead with the shlokas? Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Viddhi partha sanatanam
Vidhi partha sanatanam
Buddhir buddhimatamasmi
Buddhir buddhimatamasmi
Tejas tejasvinamaham
Tejas tejasvinamaham.
What is bhoot?
Past.
Here, in this. All material beings. They are material beings. Prakriti equals to material. Yeah. All bhutas means all material beings or all prakriti. Got it? I am the beej. What is beej?
Seeds.
The seed of all these material beings. What does that mean?
He is the Purusha among all the material beings.
Now, Purusha is also born of the
Brahman.
Brahman consciousness. Where is it? There, see? From the Brahman consciousness, the Prakriti is born and the Purusha is born. So, who's the seed? The Brahman consciousness, not Brahma. Brahman consciousness. That is the seed. Remember a few shlokas ago we moved from Purusha to Brahman consciousness talking. Yeah? So it is the Brahman consciousness that is the seed of all Prakriti, all material beings. These material beings exist because of this beej inculcating the life force in them, called the Purusha. Got it? From a seed, a tree is born. Yeah? Seed gave life to the tree. That's how the tree exists. The barks, branches, fruits might be the material aspect or the prakritic aspect of it. But the tree breathes oxygen, carbon dioxide, throws out oxygen. It lives, it grows. Who gives that Shakti to it?
Brahman conscious.
The Purusha, the life force, is giving that Shakti to grow. Yeah? But the seed is Brahman consciousness. Very clear? Now, what is Prakriti? The five Pancha Mahabhut. What are they? Earth, water, fire, ether. What is the nature of these five? Changing to take it, but what is the nature of earth? What is the dharma of earth? Heaviness, consolidation, fertility, to give life. Yes? Now, how is that earth element related to this body of the living creature? So, my full body is earth element, yes, and sense of smell is related to earth. Yeah, to understand, if you need to smell something, it needs to have earth element. Without that, you cannot smell it. Even your trash bag smells dirty because of earth. The discarded food, the discarded fruit, that smells. It is all earth element. Are you getting it? Don't think earth is just mud or chikkal. Yeah? What else? Dhartima. No, it's more than that. Yeah? Earth element exists on the planets also. What is Jupiter, Saturn, Moon made of? That is earth element. So don't think earth is what we are talking about here. Understood, no? We are talking about the element earth. Clear? Very, very clear? Yeah? So the element earth is related to sense of smell in the human being. For us now, we are relating it. Yeah? Second, fire element,
Sight.
sense of sight. How? Light, no? Light is required. When light projects onto that object, I can see the computer. Got it? So fire is that source. which will give that light, which will help me to see. Yes? So, sense of sight is related to fire element. There is fire element already. There's some light inside. Then only can I see. Yeah? Third,
Air.
water.
Water.
What is water element related to?
Taste.
Taste. Guruji told you very clearly in the video, if you didn't have water in your saliva or in your tongue, you would not be able to taste. Very clear? Yeah. Fourth,
Air.
air. What is air?
Touch.
Touch. Yeah. To feel, experience touch, yeah, air is required. And last is ether. Sound. We did this in one of the slides yesterday or day before. Yeah. You need a medium. Yeah. Ether or space is the medium for sound or shabda to travel. It's more vibration, not sound. Yeah. For human, I told you there is just a range. When that vibration is translated into our range, we hear it. Yeah. When it is not in our range, we say it is not sound. But that's not right. No, it exists. It's just that not audible to my human ears. Yeah. So vibration is the correct translation. Easy to understand? Yeah. Pancha Mahabhut. I am that energy that gives this life force to these Pancha Mahabhut. Got it? I am that seed which has given earth its quality of consolidation. I am that which has given water its flowing nature. I am that which has given Agni its warmth and that tendency to rise up. Fire goes up, water goes down. Yeah? This nature, this dharma of water, fire, air, ether, I have given, he said. As in the Brahman consciousness is speaking to you.
And the burning of fire is Purusha. You mean to say?
So the energy given to the fire is given by the Brahman consciousness. The ability of that fire to burn is happening because of the Purusha inside it. Yeah. Bij and tree, that way you remember, no? Seed and tree. Bij gives the potentiality. Without the bij, will that tree even come up?
No.
Possibly nahi hai na? Got it? So then the bij gives the life force and then you translate it in your own way, different things. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam. Understand this, that I am eternal. What is the meaning of eternal? Means
Always
No
there.
beginning,
no beginning, no end. I'm always there. Yeah, the ocean of prana is always there. The prakriti is born in this ocean of prana because of the beach and it dies in it. Yeah, after a few years, this body dies, a tree dies, a house dies, everything perishes. Yeah, but where does it perish? In the Brahman consciousness. The Brahman consciousness or this ocean of prana is there. It's always there. Got it? Yeah, like this space. This house is in this space. Yeah. If I break down the house, the space is still there. So it gets destroyed also in the space. Yeah, but Brahman is not equal to space. Huh? I just gave you that analogy because you understand space. Just an analogy. Yeah. Buddhir buddhimatam asmi. I am the intelligence in the intelligent. What does that mean? Your mind was doing kapat, trying to find loopholes. Is that also Brahman?
No.
That is Brahman.
Can there be anything outside of Brahman?
No.
That is also Brahman. Remember we did, there is no Satan out there out to defeat God. Yeah. All this Chalupanti or Kapatipana, everything is the Brahman. Even the good side is the Brahman, the good intelligence. क्या हुआ?
No, continue.
Achha. Yeah. So the buddhi that you have, intelligence, where does it go? Why does it get clouded? Why do you go towards the negative side now? Why does the man become kapti?
Nakaratmaka.
Why does it become nakara?
Because of
Temporary
ignorance, Maya.
Maya.
And Maya is there. Can I remove Maya? Rajas, Tamas, Sattva is Maya. What can I do? Yeah, because I'm not aware. And
Nature.
what is required for awareness?
The
Understanding
Viveka.
that you are Purusha.
Authenticity.
We did this yesterday. I think I just said it in one sentence. Who remembers? What is required for awareness to be there?
Silent mind.
100% to be in present moment.
Means
Silent mind. No thoughts. Silent.
yeah, means psychic bandwidth.
Psychic.
Yeah.
If your mind is cluttered with lots of information, lots of things, like a room full of junk, is there room in the room?
No.
There is no room in the room. Yeah, for awareness to be there, you have to have a decluttered mind. Got it? Yes? You need what? Psychic bandwidth. How will that psychic bandwidth come?
Empty, clean.
Yeah, drop this so much thinking, so much thoughts. Collecting of impressions leads to thoughts. You're on Facebook all day, on Twitter, talking to that one, gossiping with that one. You know, she bought this sari, he bought that Audi, he got $1 million house. You know, I want that house. Nonsense talk, full day. This is going on. Obama did this wrong. Donald Trump comes, no, finished. I'm running away from America. Shit. On and on and on. All day you're creating impressions. Recognize this. Recognize this. How can the mind be more and more silent and empty? A silent mind means psychic bandwidth, means there is room for awareness. Are you getting it? When there is room for awareness, your intellect becomes sharp, focused. Then you're letting the Brahman consciousness that is within you actually come out and reflect itself in its purity. Got it? Otherwise you're like this. Cluttered mind. Yeah? In a cluttered mind, there can never be shunyata. What is shunyata? Emptiness, silence. Yeah? When Buddha got enlightened and he started preaching, he said, everything is really nothing. Nothing exists. It is all shunya. It's all emptiness. It's all silence. Yes. In that silence, he started teaching them to observe, and that observation, just direct observation, led to those 5 disciples getting enlightened. Yeah, Panchagavi, there were just 5 of them who got enlightened from the first discourse of Buddha. Yeah, that's all he taught. Direct observation. But how will you observe if there are a million of thoughts? Yeah, you get lost in them. So first, empty it out, silence. And then observe. Be a witness. Got it? Simple or too simple? Yeah. You just start practicing it. No.
Even the awareness needs energy, right?
That energy comes from shunyata. It does not come from
Chitta Chaitanya.
in the mind.
So is that intuition is byproduct of
Of
awareness?
shunyata.
Of
Yes.
shunyata?
Yes. The more silent your mind is, the more intuitive you will be. Yeah? In Patanjali, we have an intuitive body. You think you have only one physical body. You have many more bodies. You'll do the different layers, the different kinds of bodies you're actually carrying around. Our bodies are all touching each other. They are so big. We are so fat, really. In Patanjali, we'll talk. Huh? So, observe this. Become shunya. Then only will you understand this particular line in the shloka. I am the intelligence of the intelligent. Yeah? That is the deep meaning. You can read it for fun and not get anything out of it also. Are you seeing this? Every word is so potent, has such a deep meaning. Yeah. Tejas Tejasvi Namaham. I am, what is Tejas? The brilliance, the radiance, yeah, of the brilliant person.
Did you have a quick question? So it's contradict of sunya mind, right? So how do we contradict to things like we put goals or something, and it's totally different thing, but how do you accommodate those?
In fact, when you are absolutely silent, whatever you do will be perfect. Guruji said, no, even if you're not a mechanic, but you will know which two wires to bring together and the thing will start working. Yeah, in a silent, complete silent mind, psychic bandwidth is so much that your intuitive body kicks in and you will do 8 hours ka job in 4 hours. I work only 4 hours in the day. I don't work longer. Yeah. How that happens? Because again and again that intention, this needs to be clear. Some thoughts are coming unnecessary. This needs to be clear. Again and again clearing yourself. Withdraw from the Prakriti to the Purusha and observe. What happens when you observe a very mischievous child who's running up and down and throwing things in the room? You just observe him with big eyes. What happens?
Stops.
He'll stop and freeze in the corner. Have you noticed? Your mind is like that. You just observe your mind with those stern eyes. Take that step behind and observe. It will freeze in the corner. Then these thoughts which are there will freeze and it will quieten down. Your psychic bandwidth will increase. Got it? Yes? And you have to make efforts to increase your psychic bandwidth. For example, if you're a person who procrastinates, your psychic bandwidth is very little. Because everything is in your head. Oh, I have to do this, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it day after, I'll do it some other time. Yes, a person who procrastinates has a long to-do list sitting in his head, isn't it? And then you forget one thing and then somebody comes and shouts at you, you forgot this. Oh, are you seeing what I'm saying? A person who gets things done immediately. Done. Next. Living moment to moment to moment has an extremely long, huge psychic bandwidth. Are you getting it? Yeah, so whatever it takes for you, I just give you one small example of tasks to do because I know everybody here, married, children, job, career, everything is there. So many tasks to complete, no? Get them done. Quickly. Yeah, don't sit on them. The longer you sit on it, you're sitting on mess. The mess is piling up. You don't even have room to breathe between you and the ceiling. It's piling up and you're sitting on top of it Yeah? You will never have psychic bandwidth. Got it? Don't look for the word psychic bandwidth in Bhagwad Gita. I just made it up to explain it to you, okay? Now they'll go around Googling it. Yeah? It is just to help you become clear about what we are talking. Yeah? That is shunyata. Emptiness, silence. Every time ego will bring up doubts, mind will bring up cravings, intellect will bring up intellectual analysis. Memory will bring up something from the past. This is the way of eating into your bandwidth. Delete, delete, ignore, delete, not required. IT people, no, a lot of people here. Works, this language works. Delete, not required. Yeah. Uninstall, useless application, corrupted file from the past. Yeah. Clear, 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 clear. Work on yourself. Till you don't work, it's not happening, guys. Not happening. Self-effort is mandatory. And this is the self-effort. Yeah?
So, like after silence course, this like during the silence course, we do get a glimpse of that shunyata, and after that we feel some talents which we've never got before.
Yes, very true, very true. Yeah, because your intuitive body has kicked in. Suddenly it got some room to breathe, yeah? Bichara is hiding all under your books and things lying around in your head. It's trying to peep out and it's not getting any room. In silence course, you pick up all that clutter, you throw it away. Suddenly it starts breathing, wow. It comes up. And that's where you get some creative ideas. People say, oh, I went on to the silence course and I found the answer to this big misery of mine. I was only carrying it. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Happened to you also? Yeah. Silence the mind. Yeah. To get that psychic bandwidth. And what I am saying, you validate it. Don't believe me till you have done direct observation. I told you this yesterday. What was physics and chemistry experimenting in the labs we did? Some scientist had proved it. You put hydrogen and oxygen together and you have electricity, yeah, and water is produced. Did you believe the scientist? No. You went into the lab, into chemistry lab, you put all this together, you saw it happen. And there it is in front of you. Direct observation. Now that I'm teaching you about psychic bandwidth, you experiment it in the silence course. You're lucky it's happening right here. You don't even have to fly to some other city. You clear out your mind there and you observe, oh yes, this is what we were discussing. This is the experience of shunyata. Now, how can I bring it into my real life from the course? It's easy. Those 3 days, no talking to anybody, no texting, no WhatsApp, no Facebook, so easy, no? Now, how do I bring it into my life with Facebook, with WhatsApp, with family, with work, with a nasty boss and my broken down car? With all this drama around me, how do I still maintain shunyata? You devise that path for yourself from your validation of the experiment. Got it? Yes? Unless you make this effort, it's not happening. Again and again, I'm repeating this. It is just going to be lovely theory. Ekta came one weekend, you clapped, and you're done. No. That's not the intention of this. You start walking the path now. Clear? The sutra is clear? We'll go ahead. 7-11. Balam balvatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava Balam balvatam chaham. I am the strength of the strong person. Now, with strong person, there is a condition also. What is it? Kamaraga vivarjitam. Vivarjitam is devoid of. He is devoid of kam and rag. What is kam?
Desire.
Not just plain desire, but what? The
Craving,
lust. Craving, I want, that obsession in the mind, नहीं feverish हो जाता है. ये चाहिए. This want, yeah, that makes you weak, right? You become so poor in front of your desire, become a slave of that desire. Yeah? Devoid of that calm. And this desire is not just for little things, it is for sex also. Yeah, recognize that. And rag, what is rag? Same. Emphasis of craving. Ragas. Your raga bag he's talking about. So I am the strength of that strong person who's devoid of kama and raga. Yes, that strength I am. Yeah, he's not calling any of your, when you're very lusty, there's a different kind of a strength that comes into you to get that. Have you noticed? You know, when you crave for, a politician craves for winning that seat, then he's ready to do anything in the world. He becomes so powerful. Have you noticed? Yeah, that is a negative kind of energy. He's not calling that strength. Are you getting it? That is why kama raga vivarjitam. Yeah? He's not calling the lust, and the lust, that passion that comes up, that also gives you a kind of a strength. He's not calling that also strength. That is also a weakness, according to Lord Krishna. He's saying, I am that strength which is devoid of anything that has to do with lust or craving or ragas. Yes, because what does lust or craving do to you? Tell me now.
Impression.
Peevishness.
And what happens to the mind? How are
Yeah.
you?
Agitated.
Viveka gets lost.
Means I am unaware. That's how you are. Yeah? You are unaware. In any calm, any rag. Yeah? Where is the focus?
The object.
On that object. That obtaining that object becomes so important that I'm not in the present moment. I could be falling off that cloud.
Again, there are intensities of vasana.
Absolutely. Many levels. Yeah? But right now, at least first basic, you observe, this is my raga, this is my dvesha. Basic. We'll see intensities later. You know? I have this raga, this only doesn't come up. Why? Where is it sitting? In the basement. Yeah? Slowly, when we talk, discuss, do some, then suddenly one comes to your mind. Keep writing it, don't forget it. Yeah? And don't be so conscious, oh, she's watching me or he's watching me, right? It doesn't matter. It's your raga dvesha. Boss, your karma. Yeah? Don't be a football of other people's opinion. Then other people have not made an opinion. You become an imaginary football. Imaginary kick lag gaya. What will he or she think if I write down my raga or dvesha? Doesn't matter. Just keep writing throughout. Yes, this is also kapti. See, he picked on the word, kapti mind.
Catchy man.
Yeah. Another condition he has put. Dharma viruddha. What is dharma?
Nature.
What is my nature? Yes, viruddha.
Against.
Yeah, going against the dharma is dharma viruddha. Bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. That means anything that is against the dharma, I am not that. Yeah? So what does that mean? If you are going against the dharma, you are really going to a very lower level. You are creating karma impressions. Yeah? You are weak. Don't think you are strong. Otherwise people say, no, oh, I make $1 million, money is power, I get so much strength from that. Yeah? It's not power. Yeah? The Lord says that is a weakness. Don't call it strength. Yeah? I put other people down and I become powerful, I become a politician, I get my name, my fame. Am I strong?
No.
I am weak. Getting it? Yeah? Because whatever I did to reach there, trampling over other people is against dharma. Got it?
How do we Is there a list or guidebook? It says this is the.
Pinch. That pinch is a fantastic way to know. Anything I see, I feel a pinch inside. Oh, karma created.
Did we cannot say every politicians are against the dharma, right?
Huh?
But we can say
No, not every. I just gave some filmy examples. They know what I'm talking about.
I mean
Just a filmy example, not everybody. Barack Obama is a good one. Good politician.
but my sense is like you reach that point. I mean you don't have you can be with your dharma to be in that
You have to be with your dharma, then only you are strong. If you are against the dharma and you
be there.
reach there, you are weak. Yeah. See, in both the cases, the person is on the top. Doesn't
Yes.
matter, you're thinking name, fame, you're thinking of a millionaire, you're thinking about somebody who's, I don't know, whatever.
Mhm.
Whatever you can achieve in this world. One person has reached there with in accordance with dharma, another person has reached there with kapti mind. Yeah. This person does not have any karma. There is still chance for this person to get enlightened. This kapti mind has so much karma to overcome. He needs another 1,000 lives. You decide which way you want to go. Yeah? It's not a big deal to get billions of dollars and get name, fame. All that is very easy. What is really difficult?
Walking on
We know the.
Being in the dharma.
Yes, walking the path of dharma. Is dharma religion?
No.
Am I talking about Hinduism and Muslim and Christianity and Jew?
No.
Dharma means
Nature.
following the laws of nature. What are the laws of nature?
You have to take care of some things. If you are alive, then you have to do it. That's your dharma.
As a human, what is your dharma?
Not to hurt.
Compassion.
Ahimsa. Param.
Compassion, love, the basics that you are. Every time you will feel a pinch if you go against your dharma. Don't you feel a pinch? One little lie you say, you'll feel a pinch. Yeah, one little wrong thing you'll do, you'll feel a pinch. You have gone against your dharma. You'll feel it. Nobody else has to tell you.
They'll say five, no? Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema. These are our dharmas.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes? So you recognize. Yeah. These are the laws. The last part is Kamosmi Bharatarshava. I am even that desire for procreation. But what? Only the desire for procreation, not the
Lust.
extra lust that comes up to have sex for just fun. Do animals have sex for fun? Only once in the year during the mating season they come together, they procreate, they have their little babies and they're done. Full year the thought also doesn't come. But to the human mind, that's all we think. Before sex, you're thinking about sex. When you are having sex, you're not really 100% there. You're wondering how my climax is going to be. You climax and then you're saying, oh, this wasn't good. You are there also gone. And after it is done, you are still thinking, oh, how it can be better. What am I not doing good? Maybe I should see some pornographic. Oh my God, filthy mind. Lustful. You are lost. Where are you? You're worse than an animal. Have you noticed that? It's something you need to be ashamed about if you are there. Rise higher, guys. Rise higher. We came from the animal birth to the human birth, but in some things we've gone lower than animals. We have to rise higher. He says, I am just that much calm that is required for procreation. You understand the word procreation? To take life forward. That's it. But if you've gone into the rest, all this lethargic, tamasic drama in your head, you know where you are. That also creates an impression. And it will come back to you. I'm telling you that. Yeah? It is just momentary pleasure, watching pornographic stuff and all that nonsense, I don't know. Blue videos, red videos, green videos, whatever they are called. Nonsense. Rise above. Raise your prana high. Where your, like, at the bottommost chakra your energy is. You need to rise higher and higher. Yeah. So now don't beat yourself up if you've been doing that. It was my past. I was ignorant. Now I have got this knowledge. Let me start with a new person. I am a new person now. Yeah. Now move ahead on the path of dharma. Got it? Yes? Commitment to your own self? Put it down. Put it down. If required, some raga dvesha, put it in that bag. Done? Yes? Made a commitment to yourself? Good. Yeah. So we'll go to the next 7-12. Ye chai satvika bhava
Ye chai satvika bhava
rajasas tamasascha ye
Rajasas tamasascha ye
matte veti tan vidhi
Matte veti tan vidhi
na tvam aham te sute mahi.
Na tvam aham teshu te mahi.
All the states of the beings, he's talking about those 3 states. So first line is all the states of the beings, like Rajas, Tamas and Satvik. Satvik is in the first line. So all the states of the beings like Satvik, Rajasic and Tamasic are all Mateviti, are manifested from me. Na tvam aham. I am not in them. They are in me. Teshu te mai. They are in me. I am not in them. What is he trying to say here?
Everything, the whole Brahman consciousness, it comprises of Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. In that particular quality, there, if it doesn't mean it has Brahman in it. It's the other way around.
He is detached from, like how the spider is. He is detached from the 3 states, even though he has created.
Beautiful. Yeah, the Prakriti is inside the Purusha or the Brahman. Yes. So how will I transcend the 3 states of Rajas, Tamas and Sattva?
By moving away from
By moving away from the Prakriti and being established in the Purusha. I can transcend them. That is why he is saying, I am not in them. They are in me. Yeah? This is to emphasize this. Yeah? They are in me. I am not in them. Means I will not get affected by them. So if you focus on me, you are completely surrendered and established in me, you will transcend Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. That does not mean they will disappear. They will all play their drama around, but you will be unaffected. Clear? And this is where Gurudev spoke about the waking stage, the dreaming state and the deep sleep state in the video yesterday, remember? Yeah. And he connected them to our Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. When you're in Sattva really, you're aware, 100% aware. Are you 100% aware now? 100%? There is no talking here? There is some talking, no? Then you're still not 100%. Are you getting it? When you are 100% aware here in the now, again and again, and again, you are completely sattvic, in the sattvic state. Yeah? When you're in the dreaming, yeah, not only in the night time, but in the daytime when you're thinking, you're listening to me. but you're still thinking. You are in the dreaming state of consciousness. You are in Rajas. Got it? And sometimes even while listening to me, you are gone somewhere. Right? Totally lost. Yeah? You're totally tired and almost sleeping. Tamas. Everybody's attacking the poor guy.
Everybody was listening to him also.
Yeah, so he spoke about the three states and related them to Rajas, Tamas, Sattva yesterday. Yeah, we spoke about how it is related already. Yes, so there's not much to expand, and how to transcend also I taught you. 100% awareness in Sattvic state will take you to 100% awareness in Rajasic state. 100% awareness in Rajasic state will bring 100% awareness in Tamasic state. Yes, and then the window of liberation opens at the point of death and you hit the Turiya Avastha. Turiya Avastha is that Avastha where he is saying that I don't get affected by it. You get established there. Got it? Sai asked a very beautiful question at the end. He said, is it possible that only at death I can get liberated? Can't I get liberated while being in the body? Do you know? Yes. Yes. There is a way. Yeah. While on the spiritual path, really working on myself, when I reach that 100% awareness, yeah, when I am right here, right now, absolutely cleansed and pure, I can reach that liberation this moment. The ego has to die for that. The mind has to die. That willingness to die has to be there. Yes? You die before death. Then you hit enlightenment while still living in the body. Yes, and that's called Jivan Mukta. While living in the body, you are still Mukt. You're free of it. Yeah. So Lord Buddha became Mukt very early, in his 30s. He lived 42 years after enlightenment. 42 years, he was just spreading the knowledge. Whatever he directly observed, he got enlightened. He was spreading that knowledge. Ananda, towards the end of Buddha's life, Ananda and Buddha having a chat. So, Buddha says, I have not spoken a single word in the past 42 years. Ananda looks at him, what? That's all you've been doing? Since you got enlightened, you've only been yapping, telling people about this knowledge. How can you say you've not said a word? Said, I have not spoken a word since that day. He got enlightened on his birthday only. Same day. Yeah. So, since that day, I have not spoken a single word. What did he mean?
Established in
True
possession.
self.
Yeah, he's established there already in that Turiya Avastha. When you are a witness to the Prakriti, yeah, it is just flowing through you. You have become hollow and empty like a flute. How can music flow through it? Only when it's hollow and empty, no? If you fill it up with wood, in a big stick, can the air move through? Will you hear music? He's become hollow and empty, like a flute, while living. That's how the music flows through him. That's how Jnana flows through him. That's how he lived 42 years of his life and then moved on.
So, what is the part of making the music and the flute though? You are hollow and empty, right? But you need air to make the music.
The air is not you. The air is that Paramatma. That God will flow through you. You become hollow and empty. That's it. Guruji teaches this in advanced course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those who have not done advanced course, now's your chance. Yeah. Do it and see. Hollow and empty is the main process of the advanced course. You become hollow and empty. The music of the Paramatma will play through you. 7-13. Tribhir guna mayyar bhaver Ibihi sarvamidam jagat Mohitam na vijananti Mamebhyah param avyayam Tribhir guna, the three gunas. By the three gunas or the three modes, whatever you want to call them. Sarvam idam jagat, the entire jagat or the entire creation is. Yeah, means it is born out of these three, the sattva, rajas and tamas. Mohitam na vijananti, means the people who are deluded, yeah, they do not know. Yeah, deluded means what?
They are lost in
Maya,
Prakriti.
Right.
lost in
Lost
Maya.
in Prakriti.
You get lost in the rajas, tamas and sattva. Yeah, rajas comes up, does not only come up in the environment. Yeah, it comes up in your body also. How many of you know what is your dosha?
No.
Pitta dosha people, if it's summer outside, there's summer inside also. Fire starts in you. Yeah, what happens to kapha people? When it's winter outside, in winter inside. Yeah, it starts affecting you. Notice, na, what I'm talking about? Yeah, what happens to vata people? Yeah, all the time there is air bothering. Bothers in summer also, bothers in winter also. Yeah, so the rajas tamas sattva outside affects the rajas tamas sattva inside and creates doshas. Vata pitta kapha. Yeah, all the prakriti is dominated by the three gunas and the three doshas. Yes. Now, fire has started inside me. It's not just that the acid is extra in the digestive tract, but it's also affecting my mind. Too many thoughts coming, feeling all fiery, not feeling like talking to people, snapping, getting angry. Yeah, you become deluded as in you've gotten lost in the moods. Got it? Yeah. And then you start labeling yourself, oh, I'm an angry person. Yeah. Or very kapha is very strong, you become dull and lethargic. You say, oh, I'm a very dull, lethargic, sad person. I'm never happy. Notice, if you are experiencing, if you're a pitta person, pitta constitution, and you have labeled yourself angry, it's not got to do anything with you. It's the pitta, yeah, and it is affected by the rajas. Got it? And you are getting deluded. You are putting labels on yourself. And you're not only putting labels on yourself, you're putting labels on other people. He is angry, she is critical, he is judgmental, she is like this. I don't like this person, I don't like that person. That person is wrong. He is very egoistic. All this has come from where? Yeah, all the gunas affecting your particular constitution and creating doshas. Got it? And then you have put labels. So you are deluded. Understood? Meaning of delusion. And you start thinking everything is permanent. He is always egoistic. He is a bad person. No, someday the pitta was high, he got angry, he was not in a mood to listen to you. One day he said something. That's not permanent. That is gone. Now he is fine. But what did you do? You put that big label on his head. Whenever you see him, you see that big label. Isn't it true? You are deluded. Yeah. But when you understand this, you will stop blaming others. You'll stop blaming yourself also. You'll stop beating yourself up. You will understand, oh, it's all the play of Rajas Tamas Sattva. All the play of the three doshas. It's okay. Nothing is permanent. It's all temporary. It's changing. It's changing. It's changing. This is all Maya. Maya means what?
Illusion.
Maya.
Measure.
That which can be measured.
Okay.
Means what? So technical.
Which is bound by time and space.
Measured means what?
It has limitations, like the centimeters or something.
Right,
We know
something,
that there is
yeah.
a defined limit. to that.
Good. Whatever I see, does it last forever?
No.
No.
Yeah. Has an expiry
Expiry
date.
date.
It is going to end. It can be measured. Anybody's words that have hurt me. Somebody says, Ekta, you're very fat. Full night I keep thinking I'm fat. I'll sit on this weighing scale 10 times in the day as if suddenly the pounds are going to come down. Keep worrying about it. I'm going to start this diet. I'm going to start that diet. She's very mean. She said I am fat. I'm fat. What have I done to myself? What have I done to myself? Delusion. Some more self-hypnotism. Does this last?
No.
You've all gone through this self-hypnotism?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Does it last? Someday it expires. You've forgotten also when you did it to yourself. Right? That which can be measured. Got it? Because it ends, it has a starting and an ending. That which can be measured means it is temporary, means it equals to Maya. So technical, huh? Vedas are so technical in describing certain things. Somebody's words, how long did they last in my memory? Few days, few months, I cribbed that I've become fat. Ended, that which can be measured. Sense of sound can be measured. Sense of sight can be measured. Sense of smell. How long do you remember that she stinks? 10 days, 15 days, you forget she stinks or he stinks. They've gone. Yeah? That which can be measured. Understood, no? Measured, which has a starting point and an end point. That's how you measure, no? Take a scale and measure. Yeah? That is the meaning of Maya. And that automatically translates into it is temporary. It is temporary means it is not real. Yeah? So Maya is not real. That which is temporary, that which is an illusion. Got it?
I mean, even the screen, what actually we're looking at is just zeros and ones. The TV screen that we're looking at is nothing but zeros and ones.
Yes.
In a certain pattern, and we think those are the words we are seeing.
Exactly. Technical people, IT people will know this. Yeah. The Tribhir Guna, the three aspects of this creation are because of me, and the entire Jagat, the Sarvam Idam Jagat, is because of these three gunas. And human beings are sammohit. Sammohit is a beautiful word. Means what? Self-hypnotized. I have hypnotized myself into believing this is real. And they do not know. Nabi janati. They do not know me. Mamebhya param avyayam. That I am param. Param means
Ultimate.
Supreme. Avyayam, unchanging, immutable, permanent. Maya is changing or impermanent. I am impermanent. I am permanent and Maya is impermanent. They are comparing the two in the same shloka. Got it? 7-14. Daivi hesha gunamayi.
Daivi hesha gunamayi.
Mama maya durattayaya.
Mama maya durattayaya.
Mameva ye prapadyante.
Mameva ye prapadyante.
Mayami Tam taranti te.
मायामेतां तरन्ति ते
So Daivi Hesha Gunamayi. So he calls this the divine power. Daivi Hesha Gunamayi. These gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, are divine power of mind. Mama Maya Duratyaya is very difficult to overcome. Yeah? It's very difficult to overcome my Maya. Mam eva ye prapadyante. But those who surrender only to me. Mam eva. The only is very important here. Huh? You cannot say I'll be little bit in Prakriti. Yeah. 1% at least I'll be in Prakriti and 99% witnessing. Is that possible? It's all or none law. Got it? You cannot say I want to be a little bit lost in Prakriti. Doesn't work that way. So, Mam Eva, only me, those who surrender only to me, means 100% in the Purusha, in the witnessing consciousness. Mayam etam tarantite. They cross over or they swim across this ocean of Maya. Now, who will not cross? He tells you that also very clearly. You were asking for a guideline, no? We'll tell you the guideline in the next sutra. Who will not cross over is obviously who do not worship the Lord. Yeah? Not worshipping the Lord means not being established in the witnessing consciousness. You're getting it, right? I'm not talking about taking an aarti around Lord Krishna's idol all day and doing bhajan. You're not going to get enlightened. No. Yeah? We are talking about worshipping the Lord means taking a step back from the Prakriti and establishing in the Purusha again and again and again. Yeah? Why were idols created? This is also very important to understand. Why were they created?
We wanted a human form
Symbolism
to
for the
associate.
supreme.
It was a symbolism. Yeah? Lay person could not understand Purusha. Now be explained karo, very lay, very simple person does not understand. So they told him, see, there is a supreme power. You believe that supreme power? Yeah? You cannot understand formlessness or just going and witnessing consciousness. At least you understand supreme power. So this is an idol. Imagine this idol is that supreme power. You surrender your ego to him. Yeah? So they said this is a ritual, a technique. Because you don't understand Purusha. But you all understand Purusha now. So it's not an excuse for you. Huh? It was for the layman. And then the God showers rain on me, so I shower water back to him. I'm grateful for what you have given me, so I give it back to you. You take the sun and moon around me, so I take the lamp all around you. Yeah? You have given me flowers and fruit, I give you flowers and fruit in return. This is my gratitude, my thankfulness to you. Why? What does this do? Makes me humble and puts my ego down. When the ego goes down, when I'm a little humble, I can close my eyes and experience silence within. Will the ego let you experience silence?
No.
It's constantly on. Yeah? So just for the layman to be able to experience silence, they created this whole ritual so the ego puts its head down for some time. The mind silences and goes within. Maybe in some stroke of luck that person hits witnessing consciousness and understands, oh, that is what is the Lord. That silence within, that is the Purusha. Got it? This was the meaning of the ritual. What did we do? Forgot Purusha, forgot symbolism, forgot the understanding. God, please give me exams 100% tomorrow. Okay, 99%. Please, I'll give you 1 kilo laddu.
It became a fear instead of love.
Yeah. You see, it was totally manipulated. And manipulated very well by the film industry. Yeah, and then those concepts sitting in your head, what you saw in a nice film, your best hero do it, or even I have to do it now?
Business transaction.
Business transaction with God. You give me 100% marks, I give you 1 kilo laddu. Oh my God. God eats a laddu, kya?
He never eats anything.
Purusa never gets.
He never eats.
So, very few people reach this understanding. That's why the ritual was created. Why? That at some point of time, the person will silence, go into the Purusha, recognize the Purusha and drop the ritual. Yeah? We did the opposite.
We still do it, right? We still pray, we still.
If it gives you peace, do it.
Gratitude.
Do it. Yeah, tell me after 2 years if you still do it. We'll talk.
I know.
After this understanding, even that will drop away.
Correct.
Your worship becomes, your meditation is your worship. You'll reach there slowly, slowly. No pushing yourself. Yeah, no suppressing. If you really feel like doing your puja, go ahead, do it. Fantastic, lovely.
There was a point like when I used to do Sudarshan Kriya, I never got chance to do the puja. But when I do my puja, I was able to do only one at a time. And now even like at home, like Narayan says, like you have to keep the diya chanting. I don't feel like doing it. That was my question actually to you. Is it still necessary?
Yes.
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 Other dharma.
Rest of them.
There we go.
Got your answer, no? From that only gives you the answer what to be done. Yeah? Just be natural. Slowly, slowly you will get there. Everybody has his or her own journey. Okay, na? Yeah, but understand the importance of the symbolism behind idol worship also. Yeah? Don't totally condemn it and never, get so lost in it that you forget the symbolism. Either ways is wrong. You have to walk the middle path. Not putting something down, yeah, or not even forgetting about the real meaning about it, behind it. So who do not worship, or who are the unlucky people? Namam dushkriti no mudha.
Namam
dushkriti no mudha.
Prapadyante naradhama.
Prapadyante naradhama.
Maya ya prahat jnana.
Maya ya prahat jnana.
Asuram bhavamashritah.
Asuram bhavamashritah.
Namam dushkritino. He said no, dusht hai wo. Dushkritino, what does it mean? The people who do bad deeds. Dusht word is bad. Krit is an action. Those who do a bad deed. Yeah? Intentionally doing bad or even thinking bad. You might really not go and hit somebody, hurt somebody, but you thought about revenge. You thought about, I hope that fan falls on his head. You think like that, no? Especially, remember you used to go to school, final exam, you are not prepared. Something will happen, the exam will get cancelled, the fan will fall on the professor's head. Don't you think bad like that? Somebody who thinks bad like this, which is his habit, such a person will never be able to get established in the Purusha. Because he's so attached to Prakriti, na? Asakta in Prakriti, remember? A part of Nakaratmak. You're so attached to the Prakriti that you're wishing for bad for others. Person can never walk this path. Will never be able to worship the Lord. Because what is required? What was the first thing we did? What was the first thing we did? Vidhayak Chitta is required to even listen to this knowledge. Just to listen, such a big condition is there. Vidhayak Chitta only can listen, open up, absorb this knowledge, then you will start following it. No? So far that is. Got it? So, Somebody who's dusht, who's a bad person, will not be able to walk. Second, who will not be able to walk? Mood. Who's a mooder?
Buddhu.
Foolish people.
Sheikh Chilli की कहानी सुनी थी बचपन में? Yeah, he's sitting on the tree and he's cutting that branch only from the other side towards the tree. Yeah, yeah. ये mood है, duffer. Yeah, cannot really think for himself. Ignorant, who's lost in the Maya totally. Yeah. So a Mudha will not be able to follow the Lord. Yeah. This is the person doing bad deeds intentionally, dushkriti. Yeah. Namam dushkrituno Mudha prapadyante, cannot worship me. Naradhama. Nara is people. Dhamma, absolutely the lowest kind of people. What are the lowest kind of people?
Boss. Egoistic.
अच्छा,
Boss.
Just boss.
Manager.
Manager is good.
Egoistic, always about I. You see that? What is he doing in the picture? I. It's all about me. Yeah, the lowest kind of people are Dhamma or Naradhama. And the fourth kind of people, totally lost in Maya. Yeah. She's lost in a beautiful girl, money, phone, especially on Facebook, I think. Money, travel, big Starbucks,
Coffee.
yeah, travel, his own plane. Yeah,
7-Eleven.
lost in all the Maya of the world. This is all temporary, no? You understand why it's called Maya?
Yeah.
It's temporary. It has a starting and an expiry date. That which can be measured. Yeah? So people, Maya yaha prahat Gnyana. Those who are deluded by this Maya. He's deluded by the Maya. These are the four kinds of people. Take a minute. Yeah, there is one more. Then you will take that minute to actually identify where you fall, in these 4 or 5 types. And put it down in your bag.
Maybe,
The last one is Asura Bhava. Yeah? Take a gun and shoot everybody. Yeah? Asura Bhava.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big gun.
Yeah? Such a person can never worship the Lord. Impossible. Yeah? Now take a moment and figure out, do you fall into any of these categories? Or even if you might have had such thoughts once or twice, put them down into your Dvesha bag. I surrender this into the bag. I am not this anymore. I was, such a thought came to me, today it's gone. I am a new person today. Put it in that bag because all that is going to get surrendered. If you keep it in your heart, you're going to keep it with you. Dhamma. As in the lowest. The people who are very selfish, the picture.
Take example of a military and
Yeah.
these cops or military are taking a bad karma then?
No, it's not the action.
It's a
How
dharma,
is
right?
karma created?
attachment to the
Yeah.
raga.
Attachment to the action. Attachment
Right.
equals to?
Raga plus dvesha.
Attachment means either an
Thought.
emotion
Or
attached. I want, I like,
Got it.
this is good, this is for whatever me. I cannot be without this. This is all raga. When there's a dvesha, I hate, I don't want, this is bad. Yeah, that is the dvesha. That creates the raga, dvesha creates karma, not the action. I might not get up and kill somebody, but I thought in my mind about killing the person. Have I created karma or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Got it? Yes. So if a military person is really working towards saving his country, what is his intention? It's a positive, good intention. Yeah, he's following his dharma. He has love for the people and he's saving them from other asuras. Yeah, who could attack the country. So they are doing good. Even if with a gun in your hand, if your intention is right, you will not create karma. Yeah. But with a flower in your hand, if your intention is bad, you could create karma.
Now is
Yeah. Now, if more ragas, dveshas came up, put them in the bag, and we'll take a lunch break now.